Care Shalom, grace and peace. Sometimes it's hard to know what to say. For me, I know that when I am having a conversation with someone, I can seem to be more engaged. This is just my thoughts of myself. And yet, I want to be able to utilize my platforms in such a way that helps alleviate human suffering, raise human consciousness, to simply be able to speak from the heart and articulate who I think I am. Because all of us are in the process of discovering, that which we are. We shall know as we've always been known. I am no theologian, but I have had an encounter with Christ, with a higher consciousness, and trying to flesh out those ideas, to get them out, to see if someone would resonate. I know that what my channel sometimes expresses is a mixed bag of things, because I have many interests. I love art, I love nuance, I love symmetry, and I love asymmetry. I love things that have a wholeness, have a holistic feeling to them. I love being with people whose hearts are open. And I love to go into spaces where I know it might be a little hostile, to know that maybe our views differ in some way, but as an observer, I wish to not take an opposing view of someone, but maybe an adjacent one, so that I might win their heart in some way, or at least see their perspective. I have 4 children, one who has passed from this life, but she is still present with us. And each one of them I can glean something from. Oftentimes I get going in my day and I get up for work and I try to sit and contemplate and center myself, or rather realize or remind myself of where I am, of whose I am, how loved I am, and go out into my world, in my particular sphere of influence, and give something of myself. My spiritual father has taught us that we are children of God. We are servants to humanity. We are masters over every circumstance. Not that we feel an adequacy or a superior knowledge to have mastery over all things. Simply means we are yielded to the one who's mastered all things, who endows all life with all knowledge. And so, for me, I'm in a particular place where I want to progress. I want to reflect, and I want to give. I have great goals, but the path is the goal. And so often, and I'm sure that this could resonate with people, we want to be somewhere that we think we're not. And yet, to hear a truth that where I am is already perfect harmony. It's already a place of fullness of joy. And it's trying to see where the ego mind has taken control and where we've compromised to a relationship, to a job, to a system, to a particular way of seeing, which then reflects my way of being. I'm simply talking from the heart. Someone might say, well, I can't, I'm not trying to sound profound. These are just simple things that I'm trying to express with words. Our English language is insufficient in trying to express the beauty of the I amness which we are. And I can't be something that I'm not. I'm not gonna claim to be some guru and, give you all this advice. But because I've been a man who's made many mistakes, and I wish to be open and vulnerable with you about those, to help alleviate your suffering, to know that there is someone who cares, who has gone through it as you have, because I truly believe the real hell that exists is one that is here. The hell that people are experiencing now, presently, on this plane and realm of existence. But where can I go? Even if I make my abode in the highest heavens, even if I make my bed in the lowest depths, the lowest Hades, the lowest Hades, which Hades just means the realm of the unseen, that which we can't know, that which we can't articulate, yet it is a real experience. Even if I make my bed in one of these two places, that's still not separation from God. And so I know that the perception of death does not mean the absence of God's presence in our life. And I can also flesh out what I perceive God to be, what has been my experience and my encounter of that. And I just want an opportunity to express my ideas. I have many ideas to express my creativity, to collaborate with others, and to build wealth, to help my family, to help myself, and to help others. And so my hope to be of some use to you. Hope that you can find a friend or a confidant or someone who can give you a perspective that helps you, that aids you in your day. If you wouldn't mind, can you just take a few deep breaths with me, and maybe we can sit in silence together, even though you may be watching this at some separate time during the day. This particular energy formation and structure and signature in which we're sharing together in a face-to-face communion, it is still sensed, and I can feel your presence here with me, helping alleviate my human suffering, helping to raise my level of consciousness and perception. So if you would, let's be together. And if you notice my picture, my logo, they're two grown adults sitting in despair, hunched over, and the inner child is able to find the inner child in the other. Because truly, at the end of the day, that child is still there. I'm 34, and little Ethan is still here with me. That little girl, that little boy, regardless of your age, is still there with you. And knowing to relate with them, knowing how to relate with them, will evolve and grow. And I've taken time to get to know him from a different perspective, because there's many yous, whether you know it or not. So let's take a few clearing breaths together. Fully in through the nose. Feel the oxygen going all the way up to the top of your brainstem, infiltrating all parts of your being. And then exhale. The breath is a beautiful picture of our interplay with that which is spirit, and that which is light, and that which is natural. Is something that we contain, yet for a moment or a few moments, and we give back. And then it gives back to us, and then we give it back. This beautiful picture of other giving love, where we receive love, we ingest it, and that which we've been given, we willingly give it back in return. This to me is the path of growth, this receiving and this giving. Just know that you are complete and you are whole. Yet, to get to that perspective, It does take time. It does take revelating, reflecting, working through some sticking points in your mind, in your story. And I hope to be along with you in this journey as we move through those sticking points, and as you also help me be who I know I am and who I am destined to be. Love you. You are blessed with all blessings in the heavenly places in Christ.